So,
Think so,
check
yeah.
it out, y'all. It's the Kid Strange rep another Imperio Records and Imperio TV, and this is where hip hop has no borders.
What's up? What's up?
Episode 54. We got Chris GEEBUS in the house. You know what I'm saying? Swanson is in the house. Peter Swanson. Shout out to Peter Swanson. You know what I'm saying? Christy in the house. You know, and yeah, we got a lot of dope things happening. You know, La Costeña jumped on board as a new sponsor. So thank you to La Costeña for sponsoring tonight's episode. It's chill vibes tonight, you know what I'm saying? And what better way than enjoy some tacos de carnitas with some bomb salsa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fire.
So shout out to La Costeña for sure for the dope, with dope things happening, man. How you feeling tonight, bro?
I'm pretty good, man. Pretty good.
How we looking, Swanson? How we looking right there? Nice, nice, nice. How you feeling tonight, Christy?
Much better, actually. I was sick all last weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, right
damn.
after I left here, got home, was like, man, I don't feel good.
We gotta blame it in the air. Something in the air. We're
Hmm.
gonna blame it on the air.
Oh, I don't think it was here. It was just Chinese. You know, I'm much better now.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, just in case, you know, could have you could have been anywhere in the world, you know, but you're here tonight. Christy, Chris Jeebus, Swanson, and myself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Santos from last week's
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
How you feeling, Chris?
Pretty good, man. I'm excited for the holiday season, to be honest. I got just enough happening this season to where I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel like it's gonna be a good holiday season.
Nice, man. Um, so I just kind of I'm very curious about this about the whole winter season, right? I remember last year. I mean, it was really cold, right? But I wasn't where I'm at this year. You know what I'm saying?
This will be your second
Yeah,
winter here.
yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the crazy thing is like it might not be anything like last year.
Right. So I've been hearing so a lot, right? So now, what do you think this winter season
A lot of
will
snow,
bring
man.
us?
I hate to say it, but I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna get super cold, but I think it's gonna bring a lot of snow this year.
Yeah.
And we'll have, we'll always get a few like really cold snaps. We always get like at least 1 or 2 weekends where it gets like stupid below. I had my friend's dad used to always message all of us back in the day when he would look because there's times it would be colder in Rockford than it would be in Alaska.
What?
Yeah, it would hit negatives at the same time it'd be warm in Alaska.
That sounds crazy.
Or stop and tell us it's so many more degrees warmer
Yeah,
in your freezer.
it's 30 degrees warmer in your freezer than it is outside right now.
Yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm gonna just pass this real quick. Yo, shout out to everyone that's tuned in right now. Tune in later on. We got 3 people. Let us know how we sounded. You know, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. You receive all the notifications. And it's not true. I forgot my microphone. I'm here talking this whole time, you know. And check out my wife. Shout out to my wife Giselle just walking through the door.
Hello.
You know. Got Los Moonchies in the house tonight. Shout out to Los Moonchies. We in here. We in here tonight.
Oh, yeah. And I got done. I'm tired. Don't
Yeah.
mind me. I'm moving a little slow. I worked all day today on some windows downtown at Cantina Taco downtown.
Yeah.
That's a nice little spot. I haven't been there.
Wood.
So that was my first time down there today and worked on their windows all day.
Yeah.
That was dope. I gotta go to their other location tomorrow.
We need an ashtray over here. What'd you guys think of the tacos?
I don't know, they were fire, bro. Like those are so good.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. What happened to the ashtray? Well,
Yeah, no, I didn't eat anything while I worked all day because I knew what was going over here. Because you messaged me before I went to work earlier. I said, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go ahead and save up for that now,"
yo,
and it was worth it.
this episode is not sponsored by Square, but we're working on it. You know, yeah, you were telling me that there was some spots that you weren't too crazy about.
Yeah.
How often does that happen for and how easy or how difficult is it to make the changes?
It's not too bad. It's mostly just timing. Like,
You got to make sure
It's-
that the customer. Sorry to cut you off, but not. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I mean, um, it's more for you, right? It's more for
oh
you.
yeah, yeah. Everybody seemed happy with it and everything, you know. But it's just one of those things where, like, I know I want it to look a certain way, and I want it to have a certain aesthetic, you know.
Yeah,
And sometimes, you know, my big thing is I'll get comfortable enough where I'll try something new, and then because I tried something new, it changes my time frame of where I'm at, you know.
Mm,
So this time it wasn't so much that I knew as much as I went in a different direction. So when you paint from the inside of the window, you have to paint in layers. So you have to paint your first layer, let that dry, then you have to come back with your backing layer, and then so you have to wait for those
Yeah.
layers to dry completely before you can go back over them. So when you're
right,
doing
right.
that, it'll like that set me back a little bit. You just never can tell with the temperature of windows, the glass, it changes all the time.
And you see, those are things that the normal, you know what I'm saying, person's eye like wouldn't
Yeah,
think of.
because a lot of things, like aesthetically, it'll look a certain way, and it'll still look nice. I won't ever leave it to where it just looks half-assed. Like it's always gonna have a completed feel, but I can always see it myself
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, all right, this is missing from it. A lot of times it's stuff a lot of people wouldn't see, or I just want to crisp up some edges. I want that edge to be fluid and flow better than where it was. I can see a little bit where it got rough or it got, and I want to clean that edge up.
Where can the people reach you? I mean, for those, maybe someone new that might be tuning in just right now that, caught us on IG or something.
Yeah, that's the best place to get to me right now is through IG. I'm working on revamping all my social medias. I think I have Christy help me out, and she's gonna kind of help manage a little bit of it. I think
Yeah.
it's because it's like I ran a certain way for so long with my social media, and the whole way that social media is anymore, because
Yeah.
I'm that old now. Like, and everything's different again, and it changes so fast, so often that it's hard for me to concentrate on doing art and maintaining social media. Like I have to put one down to tackle the other.
Yeah. I completely get that. That's like the relation with like a music artist and having to engineer his own session.
No, yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And that's also something that I kind of found myself like I need to build that relationship with someone who I feel comfortable that's gonna make me sound right. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, I got some friends too that they'll only go to certain people,
That's-
and it's not even because they're like, oh, I'm particular to that person. It's more that that person knows how to dial in their sound, their voice to
To-
their specifics.
right. Also, another thing I wanted to try to do, kind of testing the waters. I wanted to see what's up with like maybe playing a record and like maybe reviewing the record. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Oh, for sure.
have Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried to dive into something like that?
I mean, yeah, when I ran a whole platform of musicians and everything, so there's a lot of times where we'd have to go into
Or,
listening to, certain tracks, certain beats. Sometimes you got to be heavier on the critiques in different aspects of the song,
right.
and a lot of times I think a lot of people when they critique stuff, they miss that part of it. They'll critique a song in just its entirety, and I think that makes it harder for some artists to handle the critique because it just sounds like, oh, well, they're just
How,
it's an overall like a generalized as opposed to like when you break it down. I feel like okay, if you can break it down like what it is about the beat or what it is about, be it the fluidity of the verse or the cadence of the verse or so on and so forth.
yeah. What about for you, Swanson? What's it like? What's it like in the photography world? Um, like, can it get competitive? Like, like, do photographers like battle?
Not really. I mean,
No?
some people.
That's kind of funny to say, right? Do
Yeah,
photographer-
I understand where you're coming from with that because it's never bothered me, but like some people will quote some people as that's the best photographer. That's really an impossible thing to say. It's just like we're the best painters.
Right.
Who is better? The competition, and there's obviously competition. I don't get
Different
involved in that
taste.
much anyway, and all that.
You ever have found any of your pieces or any of your pictures taken used by?
No, not
So I just seen recently. I don't remember what it was. I don't think it was Rock River Current, but somebody's picture was used, and somebody used it, and they post on it like, "Hey, that's my photograph." Like,
yeah, no, I remember seeing that story too, and I'm like, I almost would want that to happen, then there's recognition.
I know a friend of mine, Stuck. So, I believe it was him that it happened to. I might be wrong. So, but I believe it was Stuck that it happened to. He had won or somebody, a photographer, took a photograph of one of his murals through a window that had raindrops on it, and they won a contest from Apple
Yeah.
because they used an iPhone to take the picture, and they had a big back and forth over like whether Ryan was owed any compensation for that because of the taking it through the window factor.
My standpoint on that is I take a lot of pictures. I mean,
Yeah, beautiful.
I've
Yeah,
always loved it. But when I've taken pictures, I just had it at a piece of Jesse Leachy. He had a mural down off of 7th Street. And I got this really cool reflection going off like a sunset. I could get the but I mean, obviously, it wasn't quite the purpose of it needs to be. So I had to reach out.
Right.
I can't turn this into a show without getting credit for it.
right.
So, I mean, when I take pictures of graffiti, I mean, that's just murals, and I'm taking pictures of artwork. So it's
Yeah.
weird to remember that 'cause it's not my work. But I'm trying to take a cool ass shot of it.
And that was all Stuck wanted is he just wanted the credit to be the one that did the graffiti. He wasn't looking for monetary compensation. He wasn't looking for he was just like, hey, that's my piece he took a picture of. Can I at least get
Well, me as a photographer, I want to give credit to that artist because I mean, obviously, when I take pictures of graffiti, I'm taking pictures of stuff I think is cool as shit, so I want to give credit.
right?
That would take me off about 7 seconds.
How many shots would you say you've taken of the one shot that you've released? Like, like sometimes you take multiple shots of, and like
pick the best one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like how many,
With my digital work that I do, my process part of it, you could say, is, like right here, what I'm doing here tonight, like now, whatever, I like on my desktop, 250 photos. My vision, the reason why I like this iPhone thing like that, with the stick of it, is I don't know exactly what it looks like at home on the couch and everything.
Right.
You know, I try to just capture as much as I possibly can. And I know I can get something cool, but especially with like, if you ever see them pointing my thing all pointing like that, I can't really see what I'm taking a picture of sometimes, so.
So the vision's in your head of like the angle and
I
stuff
know
more
I
than
wanna
like,
see, you know, I'm
right.
just trying to point this thing exactly perfect, but
where hip hop has no borders.
Yeah, it's crazy how all realize all those things that tie in together in the hip hop world. Like, it came from a lot of street photographers, a lot of street artists that were all involved with, you know, street musicians, and that made the whole scene of hip hop come to life. In all honesty,
And that's why it makes me curious with, that's why I asked, like, do photographers, like, battle, you know, because it, like, for example, also, like, in the graffiti world, you know how, like,
there are some back and
you
forth
know,
for
like,
sure.
they'll buff each other, and, you know, there's, like, street beef, and then that's them to more whatever, and so it just makes me curious, like, do,
that's, I wish they would actually, that'd be kind of fun, but I don't know, I never thought of it that, that was something I want to pose to the other side.
He's like, no challenge. Yeah, don't take that is not a challenge. Do not take that as a challenge.
But that would be interesting, because I mean, I don't know, competition to me is pretty much just helpful,
for the art,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, as long as you're just friendly. Then.
Battles, the stuff I was doing, saying anything, you realize
That'd be interesting to see, you know why? Because, so I've been hearing that, like, during the winter season, things slow down or whatever, but now if we have something indoors, obviously, if it can't be, because, you know, the weather doesn't permit it outside, and we gotta bring it inside, you know?
Part of what slows it down is it's that factor of, remember I said it gets colder here than it does in Alaska.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets so cold that they will shut the city down, or we'll get so much snow that the city can't operate, and that's what'll slow it down a lot.
like, I don't know if you remember, this is like Stroll on States in 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand how that thing.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna go. Like, I've never been to Stroll on State.
I live right
I have,
now, so I walk down there like about 9 o'clock at night, right at malls or whatever. I live so close, man. That's just like, I don't understand how.
Yeah, no, we ended up not going because of how cold it got.
that's crazy. So what's next for, what can the people expect next for Chris GEEBUS?
Uh,
Merch wise, because I know the limited edition, like, you know.
yeah, I got the art show, but otherwise, we want to, while I'm still prepping those last few pieces to get that, because again, that's not gonna, I'm not gonna do anything major till after the holidays. But then we'll periodic drop some, more clothing stuff, more random stuff, possibly get a line, involved in some line stuff going. Uh,
Action figures. Have you ever thought about doing action figures?
I've got some friends that do bootlegs,
Yeah.
and they're epic. And I have been thinking a lot about it lately too, because my eldest son, Kindred,
Yeah.
he's been into miniatures a lot lately, painting miniatures and stuff like that.
So that's a
And
kindred. Hell yeah.
so he's also been building. He helps me with the puppets. So for those of you that have seen any of my puppet heads, I've been creating puppets. I got a little project going on with some puppets in the background that he's really that leading up and heading up, but I help him out.
For those that we should actually hit. Yeah, we should probably hit that right too. For those that do the theater, that'd be interesting too.
Yeah, and looking at using possibly doing a little puppet show thing at the library if everything works out. We'll see how that goes. Because they got a little puppet theater spot at the Rockford Library now, and
Hold on. Give me a
it
second.
looks really interesting.
I want to see how it sounds real quick. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, yeah, nah, that's
But on that though, between the little miniature stuff, building the little sets and for the puppets and for the little miniature scenes and everything, it's been bringing me back to being interested in creating action figure things again. Because
Yeah.
the friends that I have that do it, they do epic jobs, and it just seems like so much fun to do because you make it, you package it, you got to do the whole nine. So factors to it that I feel like would touch a lot of things that I'm interested in because I do have sculptures and stuff.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I that's a lot of interesting stuff, bro. Right?
Yeah, it's like all I can do. Unfortunately, it drives everybody crazy. I'm always starting so many projects.
That's crazy. What
So
about
do you when you write, do you ever have like 3 or 4 songs going at the same time, or do you only do one and only focus on that one till it's done?
I've I've had both scenarios play out. Like it'll be sometimes like I'll write a hook for one, leave it alone. I'll write a verse for one, leave it alone. A full song, and then I'll jump into, doing something else, or sometimes I'll have just like a whole flow. It'll be like multiple songs in the night, you know.
Oh
Depends.
yeah,
Depends. It's like a wave sometimes, like it hits, and when it does, and then sometimes it'll hit just something different, you know.
no, for sure. Sometimes like right in the middle of writing one verse, we think of really good lines that didn't fit this verse,
Yeah,
so we put them to the side.
yeah. Me see something real quick as we testing out the lighting. I'm not sure how you feel with the lighting, bro. Be honest.
Me myself,
Yeah.
I think it's dope.
All right.
I mean, from my angle, I got these lights, but looking back this way, it looks
I
full
think
out. It looks dope too.
I think that kind of gives it something to balance out. The ash canvas is in now.
Alright, so,
So,
yeah, I gotta come back and work on that.
shout out to all the sponsors of the show. You know what I'm saying? Those Moonchies, the GL Print Shop.
Yep.
Get your custom merch. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Get yourself right. GL Print Shop.
Yep.
Shout out to Angel
Yes.
Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Z Studios. That Imperio Records, baby. You already know. Subscribe to the channel. Get familiar. Get in tune. Dope vibes. CHRISTI'S in the house.
Yep. Slap Pack Volume 4 coming soon.
Ooh.
Help from GL Print Shop on those ones too. Shout out.
Ooh. Then we're gonna have Swanson merch coming soon too. Nah. For real though. Nah. I don't know, man. We here. I like the inspirational vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to chill.
Shout out to Rico Alvarado.
Oh, for sure, man. I haven't seen him in forever, bro. That's my brother right there, man.
Shout out to the Sauce Man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. He's
And
always
it
a-
was
he's
early
always-
summer last time I got to see him. I think Greenhouse Sesh, I think was the last time I got to see him.
He's always great energy.
Always.
Yo, taste test. So what's up, Chris?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
How you feeling tonight, man? Check that out. That's what we. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. That you know what I'm saying for. So we can slap it on the. Swanson, you wanna get it? You wanna get in on this, Swanson? That's Moochie's candy, bro. Check it out. Christy, how you feeling? You want to try some of those Moonchies? We're here live. Shout out to Christy in the house. Go ahead. By all means. Because Chris is having
She
some.
steals most of mine at home.
Well, it's gotten to the point now where they just hand it to me.
That's so cool. Oh man. What do you think, Swanson? Yeah. Man. We got. Well, you got the Skittles?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Skittles?
Yep. That's my favorite one, to be honest.
The Skittles are the Skittles, but it's the the flavor that's added to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got 'em. Since we have those Moonchies in the house, maybe you wanna share some words. You wanna share some words, babe?
Hi guys, my name is Giselle. I'm the co-owner of Los Moonchies, and we have an event coming up. I want to invite you guys. It is December 13th at 11 a.m. From 11 to 3 p.m. We have free photos with Santa, toy giveaway. We have Sizzling Susie, and we have art for the kids with Chris GEEBUS. I hope you guys can make it. And also check out my pages. We got the print shop, GL Print Shop, Los Moonchies Infused, and Swap and Shop Rockford. Check us out. We're a free thrift shop.
Nice.
I'm gonna be there. I'm on the flyer.
No, the candies are. Yeah, no, I think the event is gonna be.
I got caught up eating these. I'll quit talking.
You know,
Right? Hey. Are they good? 20 minutes. Eating Los Moonchies.
pictures. But really, the whole menu is. And you can get the box. So you get a little bit of each one, or a variety.
Mm.
What?
I don't know, do you guys put candy in your stockings?
I feel like I feel like you have to.
I'm just asking, do you put presents?
Candy, or presents and stockings, or both.
I thought at least a candy cane. As as far as candy goes, right?
I do, I do.
A
but
lot.
I kind of love, like, my mom would put, like, fruit and.
I'm a chocolate fanatic, so
Yeah.
yes.
I'm all like, oh, yeah.
No, I put, we put candy, right? Like, we put candy and, like, we would, like, but I honestly put the candy
I mean, that's kind of fair because I did used to eat all the kids' candy. I'd be like, I'm gonna get the good stuff, and they're only gonna get a little bit because I'm gonna eat the rest.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yep. Yeah.
That's how you get the good stuff.
Hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
She loves her lemonade for sure. I don't blame her. I enjoy it too.
As the kids got older, we started putting like puzzle things in their stockings.
Hmm.
Little things that like little puzzle game things that they could mess with. Because then it was at least something they could do for a little bit. 'Cause otherwise, realistic for the longest time, the stockings, oh, here's candy, here's a couple little whatever's in there, but really that just went to the side. I don't remember how many Christmases I'd find like an unopened present still on the bottom of it that nobody cared about because it was chapstick or something like.
That's funny.
And do you guys have, like, stocking you guys use every single year, or do you guys buy new ones every year? See, these are
Little-
important questions.
A little bit of both. Like we hang on to some, and then as I start to go missing, we replace them.
I aspire to do that. I feel like 3 months in, I'm like looking at it and I'm just like, yeah, this is trash. Like, we'll buy new ones next year, or they're not gonna match with whatever we're decorating.
Okay, so I started a tradition that I love so much, but it backfired on me. Every year I got our kids their own, like, one of the expensive ornaments. Every year they'd get one, something off that where they were really into that year. And I
Right,
continue to do it. Now they've got a bunch of them, which is great. But as the family's grown and as they've gotten their significant others and their wives, and now we're starting to have grandkids, it costs me almost $200 in those damn ornaments a year to keep this tradition up. I just can't do it anymore. It's just too many.
Just for ornaments.
I'm like,
It's like hanging all on the tree, is the tree just.
yeah, it's
So
it's got a little Grinch moment
We used
going.
to have, like, a lot of other ornaments, like, we used to have a tree that would be color coordinated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that lasted like
As the years have
1 or 2
gone
years.
on, it's all those ornaments, and there's no more of the just regular colored balls and
No, it's just the figure ornaments now.
it's all just a special.
But it's just like all the different. There's tons of comic book characters, Disney characters, video game characters. Just that they've all been into movie characters, TV show characters.
I remember when we had a train set. Did you guys ever?
We had the we had the trade set when I was younger, and I think we had one for like one Christmas when the kids were little, like a little Fisher Price style one, but that didn't work.
No, I have a picture of when Capone was still alive. And we had the train that went around the whole Christmas tree. I think that was the last year we set it up. But I can only bet that it's in a rotary somewhere.
The train set, I remember, or the old school the Christmas lights that would play the music. We were talking about it.
I've seen now Hallmark has, and Hallmark's always too expensive, but they've got some of the coolest ornaments. But they've got now ones that they're different movie scenes, but if you buy them all and put them together, they'll like enact out like a 15 or 20 minute like scene from the movie, and then like all move a little bit, and they'll all like repeat the part. Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
they'll repeat like the scene from the movie with all the lines, and then they'll, each one will do its little motions or whatever to go along with it.
That's dope.
I don't own one because even buying one is so expensive. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting started on this one because I'm a collector, or as my wife says, a hoarder, but I say a collector. I think there's a fine line, but I think the difference is if you are gathering something that is of actual value and has meaning to you, is collecting, as to where hoarding, I think, crosses a line of being like, you start gathering things that don't necessarily make logical sense as to why you're gathering them anymore. So throw a box away, a card, why not? Like, then I think you might be hoarding.
I think I hoard my kids' drawings because my 3-year-old started going to school this year, and they send the art pieces back home, and there's a giant 12 by 18 paper, and it just has like the one line, but I'm keeping it because he drew it, and then
That's fair.
we'll just like end up with a million
Yeah,
pictures as the years go by.
You got me, because I did that too, and I just found like one of the folders that had it the other day. It's like this thick, full of just nothing but like little kid drawings and stuff.
But they're
Found
so
it in a
cute.
box.
And then it's like, what do you do with them after? Like,
Yeah, I've kept them this long. My kids are all 26, 25. My daughter's 22. They're 23 now.
yeah. Yeah, it's same here. Yeah. And then I have this thing with like, I think every mom probably does this, where like we save the baby clothes, but it's like their first outfit. I do the first outfit, and then I do the cutest pieces, right? So staple little pieces of like, okay, this is so cute, I'm keeping it forever. So my son, he's 7 now, right? But there's outfits that he's worn, and then my 3-year-old, has worn, and then I'm pretty sure now my baby, the one that's 5 months old, would wear. And they're the cutest little pieces, but I know I'm gonna keep those forever.
Like that's collecting, because I think the difference is if you're hoarding, you keep all it.
I was there
you wouldn't
once
be
though,
selective.
yeah, and then I was like, I'm running out of space. We gotta not be those people.
That's the difference. That's what makes you not a hoarder. Because right there, what you said,
Yep.
I was collecting, and then I kind of
I became a hoarder. Yeah.
So then you got rid of stuff. If you were a hoarder, you wouldn't have been able to get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I'll tell you this off camera. Sorry guys, I forgot we're being recorded. Yeah. I was gonna spill some tea, but that's gonna wait. Yes. Oh my gosh. Share. Um, I'm not really sure how much I can share about a certain topic, but I am baking. She's baking, guys. I'm baking edibles. I can't really say for who or where or what yet, but you know. It's coming soon. Coming soon. Soon. I have a lot that stokes me. What is it? Iron to the fire. Mm-hmm. Social media handles. Just Facebook, I guess. Okay, so follow on Facebook.
Just
Okay,
hit
follow
up.
Chris. Yes.
She's just getting all her stuff set up now, and she's got her whole crochet thing going too. You tell them about your crochet stuff.
Oh yes. My favorite thing to do in my time off. I love crocheting. I love crocheting. To use them and love them while you're making them. You can sit on your lap as you're working on them, you know? Think I've tried so many times, I think like since I was like 15 to make a blanket. And I just get to like the one chain and it turns into like an infinity chain. And then it never becomes a blanket. So I just gave up. At some point in time, you got to take that chain and take your crochet, skip that one closest, right? And stick it in that hole and start a new row. There you go. And all right. Your way back.
Then she's gonna do a whole cough crochet class that she's setting up as soon as we get a location locked down.
Oh my god.
She's
That
gonna
pretending.
teach people how to get started on crocheting.
Just the basics. I'm not sure if we want to do like a scarf, you know, something that you could finish in say show us how to start a blanket. A couple of hours, or we could get started on a blanket and it could be a project that you take home. You know what I mean? And if you needed to, I could help you, I suppose. You could message me, but most of the time, if you look at it and you messed up, the answer is you got to rip them stitches out.
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
Cough crochet.
Because my whole stick right now is just kind of get comfy.
CHRISTI'S CUDDLIES is the name of her little company. She's getting started with the blankets and the edibles and stuff. But Cough Crochet is the name of the event.
Thank you. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you. So yeah, ladies, decide. Just want to be comfortable. I love that. I love comfy vibes. I think, honestly, like, I'm the Adam Sandler mom. Literally. Comfort is my thing. Honestly, right? Those blankets are just so soft and fuzzy, and they're kind of heavy and cozy, and they're just amazing. And they breathe because they're crocheted or hand knitted. I love them. Just luxurious, you know? It's just so cozy.
Yeah, you have to get your social medias for your
I
company
do
set
need
up
to
as
get
well.
some social medias for them and start getting them out there. I donated one of the blankets that I made for the Liam Foundation. For the profit,
Oh, for
the
the
profits went to the Liam Foundation
For the masquerade ball.
at the masquerade ball.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about your foundation? No.
No, Liam Foundation is a foundation. It's one of the local charities in town. So we do a masquerade ball every year that we choose a different charity in town that we donate the proceeds to.
Okay, so this is a local charity here in Rockford.
Yeah, the Liam Foundation. You know,
For anyone asking, I don't know. I barely know anything from Rockford. So they're probably like,
Right.
why doesn't she know? And I'm
Yeah.
just like, sorry, guys.
they're the LGBTQ local charity to help people with like name changes and help people get on their feet that are struggling, people that just need to talk and things like that. So
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
absolutely, and you know we do different charities every year, and it's all people that are local, you know, and that's the thing. Because I've worked with done things for different charities that are like bigger and large, and a lot of times those charities, as helpful as they are, and they're great, and I'm not putting them down, but a lot of times that money doesn't necessarily go back into the community as directly as like your local hometown charities do. So I like to try to work with the ones that are directly local as opposed to some of the bigger ones. Not for any bad reasonings other than just
Yeah.
I'd like for it to go more directly to here where I'm at and then see, you know, that I can make a change here. So
So I donated one of my blankets to a raffle that we were having at the masquerade ball, and the lady had only bought one ticket and put that one ticket in. That was the one thing that she wanted was the blanket. We had some pretty cool stuff, so I was so touched. And and then when they drew it and she had won it, and she actually messaged me and told me how much she loved it. I was like, oh, my heart.
mhm.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
it was a fun event. We didn't have a huge turnout this year, which understandably because it was right on the same weekend of Halloween. There were so many events throughout the the season this year and everything. But it was a fun event and a good vibe and good
Yeah, I
cause.
heard the your costume was a hit, right? Honestly, I was like, oh yeah, there's a costume. You know, we have a costume downstairs, and
You
he,
know,
wa-
I was like, damn, I'm like, everyone, I think, no, I think I didn't get the memo. And
he sent me a picture, and then I was like, yeah, you didn't get the memo, babe. Sorry.
I started explaining that, man, I'm over here in a marshmallow costume, man. I was like, y'all got the wrong party, man.
And that's all right. The guy from Happy Cannabis Co. He was a luchador.
I bought the mask there early.
He bought the mask there and then went back home and got his wrestling belt.
Oh, that's so cool to have one.
That was great.
Yeah, they're real too. Like handmade or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is that I showed up.
Or at least I said that's what you guys.
Honey.
They didn't show up to the Happy Cannabis because they were showing a hell of love at the event,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Like everybody, it was good bias. So the people that did come, they had a good time, and all the vendors I know had a really good time and everything. And that's what it's really about is having these events that are a little bit different, that people can, come to. And it's, I try to do every event that I can possibly free for people to get into because I feel like that's one of the things that turns me off is paying at the door, then buying stuff, then buying food, then buying like I don't want to just go shop all day long. Like,
Yeah.
so I try to do stuff that has a little bit. So we do little awards, and normally when I do those events, we do ticket sales and put that towards charity. But I know like right now money's tight, holiday season. We normally do it a little bit earlier towards like the end of August, early September. This year we didn't do it till November 1st, so a little bit closer to holiday season. I know money is a little bit tighter around holiday season, so we wanted to definitely raffle route. But in that